Bestr Training Diary is available at www.bestr.no. Register a new login or login using your credentials if you already have a user. The Bestr Training Diary has been developed since 2010 together with some of the leading sports institutions and national teams in Norway. Let's dive in and have a quick tour of the Bestr functionality. The landing page, when you have logged in, is the weekly registration page. By default, you have 2 workout rows for each day. If you have not connected Bestr with Garmin or Polar, the weekly view will look like this when you first enter it, without any data registered. I will navigate to one of my athletes to show how a week of registered training will look. At the right-hand side of each workout, the total duration is summarized. At the 2 rows on the bottom, you have the sum for each parameter, one with the load, and one with the number of workouts. The weekly view gives you almost every data registered in one screen. If you move the mouse over the comment field, you will see the comment made by the athlete. Also, each cell has a tooltip to briefly describe what should be registered. We will explore this page more in details in the logging section. For analysis, the statistics module gives you several reports to choose from. We display the data both in a chart and also the numbers in a table format. You select the different reports from the drop-down, and you can choose weekly, monthly, or seasonal grouping of data. By default, the reports shows the load of the parameters, which can be duration, distance, or numeric data, depending on which report you look at. This is labeled common. You can also look at the number of workouts or the percent distribution for the parameters. We also have the comparison module where a coach can compare his athlete's training for the same period. The athlete himself can also compare his own training in different periods. This possibility is certainly also available for the coach. In this example, I have compared my athlete's training in July for the last 3 seasons. The same reports are available in this module as in the individual reports. Finally, we have the plan section. Today it consists of a plan library, an annual planner, and a weekly workout planner. Access it by clicking the Plan tab. You will then enter the plan library. One important thing to be aware of for the planner is the difference between a plan, which you can store for later use, and the user's schedule. Every athlete has their own schedule, consisting of an annual and weekly plan. As a coach, you can make plans for the athlete and then apply it to the athlete's schedule. Or you can work directly in the athlete's schedule. When you are working with plans, there are 2 different types of plans: the seasonal plan, which contains the annual planner, and the weekly plans. All planned workouts will then be coupled to a specific date. Or you can work with loose weekly plans not coupled to any specific date. You can apply these plans to your athlete's schedule anytime during the season. To open a plan for edit, click on the button on the right-hand side of the row for the plan. You will then enter the annual plan if it is a seasonal plan. The top section of the annual plan is used to plan the periodization of the season. You can plan the load of each week, easy, moderate, or hard. In addition, you can set the total training hours for the week and the number of intensity sessions. In this section, you can also define macrocycles and mesocycles for the season. In this plan, it is set up 1 macrocycle for the whole season, and 4 mesocycles. On the top of the annual plan section, you have key parameters that is not directly connected to the training diary. Here you can set data like number of training days, total amount of physical training both in terms of duration and number of workouts, the number of competitions, number of shots and shooting sessions, among other things. The next section is where you plan the load for the periods of your season. You can choose to group the data in months, 4-week periods, or weeks. In this plan, it is grouped by months. you can plan the load and the amount of workouts. At the top right hand of this section, you can choose if you want to look at load, workouts, or both. The default is both. Each parameter is summarized in the right column, and we also display the weekly average. In this load section, we group data in the same way as we do in the diary, and you will see the sums for each group, and a total duration row at the bottom. When the annual data is planned, it is time to plan the workouts. There are many different ways to approach this. The most common way in Norway is to do this planning together with the athlete and plan everything from 1 week ahead to a whole month or even longer. The weekly planner of the seasonal plan follows the annual planner, meaning that it displays the weeks corresponding to the periods of the annual planner. When you enter the planner, it shows the period you are in now if the season are already started. Otherwise, it will display the first period of the season. As you can see, we are now in October when this video is being created. For each period, you can set the focus and goals. What are the goals for this period and how can this be achieved? Technically, you can set as many goals as you like. The focus and goals section can be minimized so that you will have more space on the screen for the workout planning. The background color for the header and the footer of the week is determined by the registered load of the week. You set the load in the weekly load section of the annual planner, and you can also set it here. Changing the load here will also be reflected in the annual plan. Each workout has a drop-down for the session target. The session target will give a background color for the workout, making it easier to see how the different kinds of workouts are distributed in the weeks. You then set the form of movement for the workout and the total duration. In the title field, we recommend using abbreviations so that the most important parts of the workout will be described in the title. However, if you want the athlete to use the mobile app to transfer his planned workout into his diary, you will need to specify all the details for the workout, so that it will be correct in the athlete's diary. The athlete should then record his comments and subjective parameters for the workout. To register the details for the workout, you should click the menu button for each workout, which will open up a page similar to the diary page. Here you can also write a more detailed description to the athlete about how to perform the workout. At the bottom row of each week, the planned data are summarized. Both the total duration registered in this table and the most important data registered in the details page. That's it for this very brief introduction of Bestr, an online tool for plan and document the training processes. Each module will be described in more depth in other videos.